Hi, and welcome back to Rob's Feed Today. You know, this is episode number 45, and I'm Rob Schendel. Twizzlers. It's got to be one of my favorite candies. When I'm done, I'm going to be eating this. Oh, it's got to be cherry, though. I really don't like the strawberry anywhere near as much. You know, when I first started doing this podcast, I started off doing a story or two, and then I would maybe, if I had seen a movie that week, I'd do what I called the Sexy Man Movie Review. And I haven't done that for a while, and there's a reason. I haven't seen any movies for quite some time. But perhaps I'll do a little bit of that tonight, because last night, while trying to fall asleep, I went into my hard drive. I have this little remote control that controls all of that. That's really neat. And I decided to rewatch something I had on that drive, and that was Milk. A story about Harvey Milk, the city of San Francisco supervisor who was assassinated by the other supervisor, Dan White. Sean Penn won the Oscar for that. But I really had to say, I really admire James Franco, physically at least. He's a really hot guy. And the other week there was speculation that when there was an announcement that this major celebrity was going to come out, and we were speculating that maybe he would be the one. I guess there was a healthy dose of wishful thinking in that. But alas, no, it wasn't. But man, he is hot. So early in this podcast, not this episode, but earlier episodes, I wish I knew which one it was, I talked about the movie Five Fingers and its star Ryan Phillippe, and how hot I thought he was, how good he was in that movie, but how hot he is in general. I first saw him in a movie called 54, about the story of Studio 54, where he was a shirtless bartender in that, and throughout most of that movie, he was indeed shirtless, and what a great introduction I had to this young man as an actor. Now I'm kind of torn, because according to theadvocate.com, his next film is based on a Saturday Night Live skit, which I think is a useless skit. I saw it the other night because of the great episode with Betty White. It's that MacGruber thing, based on the old MacGyver series. But apparently, it premiered at the South by Southwest Film Festival in Austin, Texas, last month, and that there were reports that it is rife with gay jokes. And Philip was asked that in the interview, and he responds that there aren't that many gay jokes. And he took my best gay friend with me to the screening, and he loved it. Funny thing about MacGruber is that he is a deplorable human being. He's sexist, a little homophobic, a bit racist, and a bumbling idiot. But somehow, and it's a testament to how good of an actor Will Forte is, you still like him. The only source for any gay jokes comes from what an asshole MacGruber is. When you see well, you get the point. So I'm really torn about why would he be in this movie at all. But later in the interview, he talks about what else he did when he was in Austin, and then he says he ended up going to a gay bar there, but he didn't think anybody noticed him. He was kind of shocked, maybe, because maybe his gay fans are just better behaved than his straight fans. The interviewer asked, "Weren't you worried about sparking gay rumors?" And what a perfect answer he gave. Who cares, man, in this day and age? So I really wanted to, I thought that was so wonderful. Who cares, man, in this day and age? So I guess Ryan Phillippe stays a thumbs up with me. But I'm disappointed in this movie, not to any great degree. But looks like one way. I don't really care about the movie. But Ryan, I love you, but shame on you for this. Now, staying with the topic of actors and their roles, as we speak right now, there's a new Broadway play. It's a revival of one from the 60s Broadway musical called Promises, Promises. And the male romantic lead is none other than Sean Hayes. Sean Hayes played Jack, the crazy madcap gay friend next door in the series Will and Grace. And apparently somebody at Newsweek penned an article. The man who wrote it was gay too, but based upon watching him do this, he decided that gay men really can't play straight men. Although the reverse is certainly true. And it's quite controversial right now. Even the producer of the show Glee is urging the boycott of Newsweek magazine. I don't have an opinion about boycotting Newsweek magazine or not, but I have a friend who actually saw the play the 2 days or 3 days in previews, but 2 or 3 days before the official Broadway opening night, and he said that Sean Hayes was excellent, great voice, had the choreography down, everything was perfect. Although he couldn't help but look at him and remember the crazy gay best friend role from Will and Grace. So the problem, I think, is based on these two perspectives, is not gay men who can't play straight men. The problem is typecasting. And once somebody's typecast, it's very difficult to imagine them in a different role. It doesn't happen very often. You look at some, I can't give you an example right now, but there's so many people whose career, after they were a hit in some sitcom or something, their career went nowhere because they couldn't get out of that character they once played. So Sean Hayes, if you want to play a male romantic lead, that's fine. My problem with Sean Hayes is that it was only recently that he finally admitted that he was gay, and that seemed a little homophobic right there. It's for 8 or 9 years he played crazy madcap Jack on the show, but he would not admit that he was until now. Whatever, I'm confused. But you know me, I've got a way to tie this into something political. And basically what I want to say is that, and I've said this before, that the reason that society is changing their views on gay equality, particularly when it comes to marriage equality and, well, whatever else, is because they know, or now know that they know someone who is gay. And if they haven't, they've seen someone gay on television and they've liked them. And who have I had in mind all the time was Jack from Will and Grace. Sean Hayes was so lovable as Jack that Mr. and Mrs. Middle America, who never liked the idea of anything gay, thought, oh, well, I wouldn't want to see poor Jack deprived of any rights that I enjoy. So, there we go. I've said it before, I've said it again. Gay characters in popular media are, no matter how sappy the program is, are a good thing because it changes people's viewpoints. So, on that note, I'm going to go and eat my cherry licorice. Thank you for dropping by. That's all I'm going to say.